Hello and welcome, bug catchers, to Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast starring me, the Tanto region, aka Tanner Greenring.
Okay.
And I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts, the Jushto region.
Joshto region.
That's
good. That's a good closer.
AKA Josh Fjelstan.
It's sort of a cop-out, because you don't have to think of another complex Pokemon name.
I ran out. I just couldn't. I, looked at the fucking list again, and I was just like, I can't possibly jam the names Tanner, Greenring, Josh, or Fjelstan into any more of these Pokemon names.
That's fair. Last week was pretty rough.
Last week was rough.
2 weeks in a row, actually, were rough.
No. Wasn't 2 weeks ago Fjellybird maybe the one I'm most proud of?
Fjellybird was great, but you were Green Rinnerak? Green Ringerak? That was rough.
You're rough.
Magcart,
it's a Pokemon podcast.
Yeah.
We are at the end of Gen 2 Pokemon Gold and Silver. We've defeated it. And we defeated it once. They rolled credits on us and we're like, okay, game over. But it turns out you can go back to Kanto, and we did do that.
We got the double credits.
I did it. I beat it. Did you beat it?
I beat it. This leg was like a half hour.
Yeah, it was a pretty brief jaunt. Well, I guess we should start at the beginning.
Yeah.
We met up.
Oh, we finally...
A few days ago.
Bug catchers, we did this for you.
We did this for you. We broke protocol.
We went out onto the streets.
The WHO officials were chasing us down the street, demanding we get back inside and socially isolate. And we said, no, we can't.
Yeah.
There's something important that must happen. It is essential.
It affects hundreds of lives.
Hundreds.
Dozens.
Hundreds is generous. Dozens of lives.
Dozens of lives hinge on us being able to go out, and they backed off. We
both put on our little masks.
Yeah. Little coats.
I took my son out for a walk.
A metal coat later.
And he didn't wear a mask because he can't, because he's a baby.
He had a nice little canopy, though.
Yeah, he's well protected.
Yeah.
But you and I wore masks, and we went out into the
mean streets of Clinton Hill.
Beautiful, shining sunshine, which I forgot what it even felt like on my skin.
I literally had. I mean, I had not been outside for like 3 weeks, a month.
It was a beautiful day outside.
It was beautiful.
We met up halfway between our houses in the park next to Hatley's.
Yeah. Hatley's, the bar that we always battle at.
And we traded Pokemon. We stood a respectable number of feet away from one another. I would say 12.
Yeah, I think it was 12 to 15.
There was a few other people out. They were all wearing masks. They were all respecting our boundaries.
They didn't make any disparaging comments about what we were doing.
It was safe, and we did a good job. And
yeah,
here we are 3 days later. I still feel fine.
Totally fine.
I still have my sense of taste. I still have my sense of smell.
I got my sense of taste for beer, for sure.
I have my sense of taste for Pokemon, too, because, as you'll see later in the episode, I've made some good selections this week.
Yeah.
In terms of, you make me barf some sweeties, so... I'm not sure if that's a symptom.
You don't get to select sweeties, so...
Oh, well, I did this week anyway.
I don't know what that means.
And we did it, and what I mean by we did it was we traded Josh's Pokemon, because I had already done mine.
Yeah.
So now Josh is the proud owner of a new Pokemon, which we will talk about later when we do the level check. But for now, Josh...
Seafoam. So I actually went east. I took the road less traveled.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I saw that there was a trainer on the edge of the view from Seafoam on Route 19, which is where all those triathlon fuckers were in Gen 1, and I wanted to see what they had to say for themselves.
Does it still terminate in Fuchsia City?
Yeah, the main thing that I wanted to find out was if they had finished the construction project of clearing all the rubble from the volcano eruption that was on the beach in Fuchsia City. And they did.
Oh, okay, great.
So good for Fuchsia City. Finally, some progress in the Tanto region.
Sure, some progress, except also Fuchsia City's one landmark is the Safari Zone, and it was shut down. So,
oh, I mean, their economy is still in the toilet. Don't get me wrong, but at least they got the beach.
Yeah.
That has to help them a little.
Well, that's why they shut down Safari Zone, because everyone just kept coming to Fuchsia and just going to the beach. And they're like, well, why do we even have this fucking, like, bad zoo?
Yeah, let all the animals loose instead.
Kanto region is just like I Am Legend now,
That's pretty good.
where there's just like wild animals running around everywhere, and the mannequins sometimes move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Will Smith is like, what's that mannequin's name? Like Fred? He's like, no! Not today, Fred. You seen that movie?
Is that not... I've seen I Am Legend. I remember the wolves and all the animals like roaming the streets of New York, but like I don't remember mannequins.
He sets up mannequins.
Like, are you not talking about Mannequin, the 1980s film in which Kim Cattrall comes alive?
Will Smith sets up mannequins across New York so that when he is out doing his errands and running his rounds, he has people to talk to.
Oh, because he's gone fucking batshit.
Yeah, and he thinks one of the mannequins has moved, and he loses it.
Oh, Kim Cattrall. So it's connected to the expanded universe of Mannequin.
Yeah. I think it was probably the mutants that moved it. Those, like, bad guys.
Yeah.
That is absolutely 100% the situation I would end up in if I Am Legend situation happened in New York City. I would just be one of those, like, nameless, faceless mutants, like, huddled in a dark building.
I mean, it seems relaxed.
It's like, whatever.
You're like an NPC. You're just chilling.
I'm well taken care of, you know?
There's one thing that you have to do, and it's like kill anyone.
Eat Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's my lifelong dream.
Plenty of people want to eat Will Smith.
Anyway, I'm glad you took Route 19, the path less traveled. I didn't take it, and I never will now, because I'm never opening this game again.
No, there's no point of going over there. You don't get any good EXP from those people. And once I touched down on shore, as soon as I touched down and talked to those construction workers, I just flew to Viridian.
I just flew from Cinnabar to Viridian Town.
City.
And I went to Viridian City. It's like 4 buildings.
Yeah.
It's more of a town than a city. It's more like a village.
Yeah, most of these fucking places are a town. It's pretty arbitrary to call Pallet a town and Viridian not a town. Like, the difference is, like, Pallet doesn't have a
Pokemon Center.
mart,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have a Pokemon Center. But your mom will heal you.
Yeah.
And it's got a lab. That's prestigious.
Well, you can't buy Pokeballs there. That's all it takes.
That's arbitrary.
Viridian.
Yeah.
Blue has made his way back from his gazing off of the cliffs of Cinnabar at the waves crashing back to his gym. Once again, a fucking like derelict gym leader just like fucking off and not. What is Bobby up to?
Bobby is in a Zoom birthday party, and I think he just cracked. Our friend works at this vineyard, Bridge Lane, out in Long Island, and they released like a canned sparkling wine.
Nice.
And he was saving them for something to celebrate, and it's our friend Rebecca's birthday. Happy birthday, Rebecca.
Happy birthday, Rebecca.
No way she listens to this podcast.
No.
And I think he just cracked it, and he's reacting to its effervescence.
Ooh. All the gym leaders in this fucking...
Bridge Lane quality products.
Okay. And are they paying us?
Well, they do in any of those times that we have a wine keg. So,
That's true.
yeah.
All the Pokemon trainers in this fucking region just fuck off and do whatever they want. Like, Misty wasn't in her gym because she was canoodling with that boy. Blue was, like, looking off the cliffs of Cinnabar, not in his gym where I can battle him.
Wanderer above the sea of fog.
Like,
You know that painting?
yeah, it's that old-timey man looking out over the sea.
Yeah, Greg or Bad Josh Blue was just staring out, thinking about the pointlessness of
How he
all
got
this.
his face smashed in by Mr. Squirt 3 short years ago.
About to get his face smashed in by a couple of young upstarts, too.
I fought him in Viridian Gym, Joshua.
The old man outside of that gym, who was also standing a respectable distance away from the windows.
Yeah, and not looking in them.
Not objectifying Gary. But yeah, he says, oh, this guy was defeated by the champion 3 years ago. So the implication is he is our rivals, previous rivals. So he's Greg, he's Bad Josh.
He's Gary, he's Blue.
But they get crushed again.
Blue, as he calls himself now. I know him as Bad Josh. He had a Pidgeot, he had an Alakazam, he had a Rhydon, he had a Gyarados,
Gyarados.
he had an Executor, and he had an Arcanine, and I beat him handily.
I did too. His highest level is a 58, and it's that Arcanine.
I think I beat him single-handedly with Espeon because I was trying to level Espeon up.
Right.
And Espeon was only at like level 53 when I went to fight him, and I still just easily beat every single one of his Pokemon.
Yeah, I didn't get any more one-hit KOs, so that was a fun experience that hasn't happened to me for a while with any of these gym leaders.
Yeah.
But he also did not knock out any of my Pokemon, so...
Right.
But it's a good team. It's a respectable team.
It feels like a classic team. The only one I don't like in there is Executor, obviously.
Yeah.
And I wish he didn't have Executor. I wish he would have replaced that with any other grass type.
Right.
Except maybe Victory Bell. I do like
Fuck you.
the rest of this lineup.
Yeah. Those are all power hitters from Gen 1, which I like. He's got a great type spread. He's got like normal flying, psychic, rock, ground, water, grass, psychic, fire.
Classic.
Great work. I mean, it still used bullshit moves. Didn't know what the hell he was doing.
I smashed his head into a jelly and then left to go do the end game, Mount Silver, which is something that you told me about when we met up to trade Pokemon on Sunday. You said, oh, after Gary or Blue, we can go face ourselves from the last game, like the champion of Gen 1
Right.
is at the top of Mount Silver. And you said, we're probably not going to be able to beat him. All his Pokemon are like level 80.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, I guess I just won't beat him then.
Right, because you're never opening this game again. So
Right.
that was your one shot.
But before I did go take him on, TBD whether or not I beat him, I had to go visit Professor Oak, my old friend in Pallet Town,
Yeah.
in Pallet City.
You Pallet City. You dispense of Blue, who, is...
I take it that red sold better than blue, given that they made the champion red and the Gary character blue.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Kind of a fuck you to Pokemon Blue.
Yeah, and then in this one, it's like Mount Silver, so it's like an obvious, very obvious fuck you to Gold.
You just keep giving me the shitty ones. Because every time we start a new game, I'm much like, tell me which one you want to play, and I'll play the other one.
I said that I used to play Blue was my favored version, so I only did Red because I wanted to spice it up. But Silver, that's my thing. As a kid, I was always like Silver Link on Hyperboards and like Silver JFX on Super Smash Brothers. It's the color that I got in trouble with my elementary teacher who said it's not a color.
Oh, right.
So Silver goes back a long way for me.
And you feel as strongly about Sapphire as well?
Oh, you're revealing that now. Yeah, a little. Yeah, I have played Omega Ruby, and I have not played all the way through either Ruby or Sapphire, but I chose Sapphire because of my experience with Omega Ruby is the only thing that I know.
Okay. If you're denying me Pokemon that I love and want, I'm going to be very upset.
Did you take a look at those Man? Because I'm fairly confident that Ruby has the superior list.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
You get Shiftry. That's fun. Dark Grass.
Shiftry's cool. There's one called Zongoose, though, and I just fucking hate this thing.
What's wrong with Zongoose?
And it's only available in Ruby. And there's one called Sableye that's only available in Sapphire and not Ruby.
You like Sableye?
Give me Sableye over Zongoose any day. I fucking hate Zongoose.
No, that doesn't make any sense. You like Sableye, but you do not like Sneasel?
Sneasel's gross.
Sableye is fucking Sneasel with diamonds in its eyes. It's worse.
It's got cool diamonds in its eyes. It's cool.
No.
It's mysterious.
No. Sableye.
We'll discuss this next gen. We're a ways away from having to worry about this.
Okay. Don't get me riled up about that.
Both agree that Zongoose is gross, though.
I don't think so. Isn't that the big, it's a white, fluffy cat /
It looks like a fucking, Dr. Seuss
weasel,
character.
and it's got a cool pink lightning strike across it? No!
It sucks.
Zangoose is cool also!
No. Zongoose sucks. And I have to fucking, play it because it's what is in Ruby and not Sapphire.
Fuck.
Sounds like we should trade. It sounds like you hate Sableye and love Zongoose.
Maybe we should.
We will discuss that later,
Yeah.
Josh, because we're not dealing with Gen 3 until we finish this fucking game that we're discussing right now, and then do some interstitial episodes, which we'll announce at the end of the episode.
Yes.
But for now,
we go to Pallet Town.
we talk to Professor Oak, and he says, good, you got all 16 badges. Thank you.
I have a special surprise.
And it's called Mount Silver. Go and do it.
Yeah.
You make your way back up to Viridian, and you go west where once there was the path to the Indigo Plateau. It's still there, except there's a new pathway cut through the entrance building to the Indigo Plateau.
Yeah, it's a Victory Road.
And there's a gentleman there who you can talk to go up to Mount Silver. If you don't have the pass from Professor Oak, he stops you. But once you do have the pass from Professor Oak, he's no longer there. And then there's this Route 28.
Route 28 is a very classic route, as we have talked about. There's a bunch of grass. No trainers.
No trainers, just a shitload of grass.
But nice mon. Nice mon.
And some nice high-level mon. And there's some real tender cuties hiding in that grass.
Yeah.
And I want to get your permission to do something now.
I don't like it. I already don't like what you're talking about.
This has happened before. It's not unprecedented.
I think it is.
No, we've talked.
We don't have any segment music, and I'm not getting you any segment music for this.
I'll just do it right now. Da 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 da. Tanner Sweetie.
Tanny's Sweetie.
Tanny's Sweetie. I found a sweetie hiding in that grass, Josh.
Okay. There are a couple of different ways this could go.
Its name is Tangela.
No.
Or Tangela.
No. First of all, I think it's Tangela. And second of all, not a sweetie. And this is finally... Are you trying to bring this to a head?
Look at this little fucking sprite. Did you... Wait, well, maybe the silver sprite is bad. Because the gold sprite is just like, this fucking thing owns bones.
Well, and what does that mean?
It's such a cutie.
In this context, I don't like that. All right. Let me say my piece here. I think, especially you're looking at the sprites now, Bulbapedia sprite section.
Gold is so good.
Gold is much better, first of all, than silver. You could see that.
It's just cute. It's just a cute little guy.
And
he's made out of worms.
Second of all, and more importantly, you see why, when I'm talking about red and blue, why I fucking hated this thing?
Yeah, red and blue sucks. Yellow's even worse, because yellow, it only has one eye.
Red looks like rotten spaghetti with like a blackened meatball sitting in the middle of it. Now, I still don't like the shoes.
I love the shoes.
And I don't like the implications of the shoes.
I love the shoes.
But I will say, gold and silver... It's cleaned up its act. Like, Tangela is looking...
It's so cute.
Pretty festive. In gold in particular. Because it looks like he's about to go on a march.
Yeah. I'll also say this, and not to shoot myself in the foot, but scrolling down and seeing the black and white animated Tangela makes me hate it again.
Oh, that's where all of its, like, seaweed is,
it's just, like, writhing.
Writhing around.
Yeah. It's very gross. I saw this thing and I was like, I wish I could catch this because I love it. I love what it's all about. And it's Tanner Sweetie this week.
I did catch one. And Silver's Pokedex entry is, it tangles any moving thing with its vines. Their subtle shaking is ticklish if you get ensnared.
Ooh.
That's a nightmare. It's like randomly just like glomming onto anything with its vines, and then it feels like ticklish, but it's also like strangling you.
It's ticklish, and I can almost feel it on my skin. Yeah. The tickles of the Tangela's vines, or Tangela, or the Tangela, or...
It's like that Fur Affinity illustration the illustrator was tickled by Tangela as well. And I'm starting to think maybe you had something to do with it.
Am I on furaffinity.net under a pseudonym drawing pictures of Tangela? I won't say one way or another if I am or am not.
We did discover you need to have an account on Fur Affinity to view certain images.
Yeah.
You do have an account. You must have.
I will not say now whether or not I have an account on Fur Affinity.
Okay.
I love Tangela. I think it's cute.
I think Tangela...
And I think you're being pig-headed and wrong about this. And you're on the wrong side of history.
My official statement would be...
I can't wait to see you fucking hanging from the gallows for this.
My position on the Tangela issue has evolved with time.
Okay.
And where I was in Generation 1 is maybe not where I am now. But you can't hold me to what I've said.
Okay. As long as you have an open mind.
I'm not making it a sweetie. I'm not going to go that far.
Well, it's too late. As I said, I'm never opening this fucking game again, so
yeah.
Who cares?
I can look at it.
Yeah.
I can look at it, and I don't have a problem with it anymore.
It's Tanner, sweetie.
My sweetie is on this route also.
Okay, and do you have music?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. That's better. It was better than mine.
I have actual music by our composer, Matt Schultz, because it's a real segment, Joshy's Sweeties.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's a fan favorite.
It is a good sound.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about whether or not I want you to replace my song with something more badass. Like, can you maybe just play like a little snippet, like a MIDI version of Freak on a Leash by Korn? And that'll be like the intro music for Tanner Sweeties?
Yeah, the 8-bit version.
Yeah. Okay, good. So that music you heard earlier was Tanny Sweetie, and now you just heard Joshy Sweetie's music. Because you also had a Sweetie on this route.
It is a Pokemon that we've talked about, and some have felt very strongly about.
Okay.
And it's Rapidash.
Okay, former You Make Me Barf Pokemon. Because of how
well Blaine's was your You Make Me Barf.
Muscular and sexual it was.
Yeah.
I saw the sprite in this gen, and they did some work to tone down its muscular sexuality.
Yeah, its implications are much more innocent, I think, now.
It's just kind of a handsome horse now.
And here's the inverse situation. The silver one is better. Have you seen this?
Oh, Silver's is so good.
So in gold, you're just looking at it, and it's like
It's charging you.
Yeah, it's charging.
It looks good.
Silver, it's rearing up its front hooves, and it's looking fucking glamorous.
The flames are sort of being like licked by the wind.
Yeah, it's glorious as hell. It's like neighing in defiance.
Ugh, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the red sprite again.
The red one. Wow, man.
The red and blue sprite. Ugh.
Wow.
Just too many muscles. Too handsome.
It's bursting out. Yeah. Smaller horn, though. I think gold and silver, bigger horn. You know, for what it's worth.
Okay.
You're into that kind of thing.
I'm not necessarily. Honestly, I'll say this. This is the first time I've ever noticed that it even had a horn.
Yeah. Well, it's much more pronounced in silver in particular.
Jesus. I didn't even know that there was a game called Pokemon Platinum.
Yeah.
First of all. Second of all, that's a good looking sprite.
Wow. Yeah. It combines the best of both worlds, where it's like, it's got a saucy, like askance look, but then it's like about to stomp its hoof.
Yeah.
In defiance.
You can't fucking break this pony.
No.
You can't break this stallion, is what he's saying there. I like it. I think it's good, and I think Silver's sprite is great.
Yeah. So Rapidash, no problem there.
I think you made a smart choice there.
Thank you.
Anything else happen in Route 28? You met someone who apparently I just missed entirely.
Yeah. Did you not see there's a hedge that you can chop down? You saw that and you didn't care?
I didn't have fucking Sand
Yeah, but
Slash
there's a
on me.
Pokemon Center right by the entrance to Mount Silver.
I couldn't be bothered. Too much work. You expect me to put a Pokemon away and pull out Sand Slash and go and chop down a shrub? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
I saw the shrub.
But you love this shit. You love talking to these fucking freaks. You'll go pull out your HM friend and go out of your way to talk to some idiot who's just
yeah.
I'm hiding behind this shrub. And it's I don't care.
Because you get treasures.
I don't need it. Also, I fucking battled you yesterday, and you didn't use this fucking TM that this dude gave you. So
Steel Wing on you very successfully, by the way. And the TM that this recluse that you have shunned,
this pervert,
gives you is TM47 Steel Wing. And that's where I got it.
He's hiding in bushes, and you approach him.
It's a lady, first of all.
Okay, she's hiding in bushes, and you approach her. Gross.
What? No, she lives in a house.
You said she was behind bushes that you had to cut down.
You chop down the trees, you walk down a narrow path.
Oh, so property damage.
And then you show up at her house, and she hates it, by the way.
Yeah, I would too.
She's like, I'm a top celebrity, and I hide out here because everyone is bothering me all the time, and I can't believe you found me.
Which celebrity do you think it is?
Well, man.
Ask Bobby. Ask Bobby what celebrity lives in the mountains and is known to be like a recluse.
Okay. Do we take a break?
Let's take a break and you come back and give us a full report.
We'll find out who the recluse is right after this break. And the celebrity recluse.
What's the verdict?
On Route 28.
You asked your husband, who's we should say for new listeners.
Yeah. For new listeners who are listening to the season finale of the second season of Experience Share a Pokemon podcast for your first episode.
Your husband is a celeb head.
My husband hosts, Bobby Finger hosts the podcast 2 Weekly, everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't.
Yeah.
So I consulted him.
Yep.
And he said, based on the sprite, I showed him the sprite also for inspiration. He said it is Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda.
Yeah.
Okay. And is Bridget Fonda a recluse?
She, like in the early 2000s, 2002 or 2003, kind of went off the map.
I'm going to see when her latest film was.
She's just chilling.
She's not been in a film since 2002.
Yeah.
And it was a TV movie.
She got married to Danny Elfman in 2003, and then that was it.
Well, she doesn't have to work anymore. She's married to one of the most famous composers in Hollywood.
She was in Godfather Part 3. She was in Jackie Brown.
She was in Monkey Bone.
Yeah, she was in Monkey Bone. And once you're in a movie like Monkey Bone, that's it. You don't have to do
She
more.
was in Lake Placid, which is where our friend Andrea's from.
Yeah.
A movie about the town our friend Andrea is from.
I mean, what else could you ask for?
She was in A Simple Plan. That was a good fucking movie.
Yeah, that was a good ass movie.
She was also in Kiss of the Dragon.
I mean, she's been in a lot of fucking good movies. Jackie Brown is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
Really? I don't like any Quentin Tarantino movie.
Okay.
Hot take. I think he's a bad director and his movies suck.
Wow.
Let's continue on our journey into the world.
I don't have time for that one, and I don't care enough. So, yeah, let's keep moving.
Of the Kanto region, we enter the base camp of Mount Silver.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the cave system.
Yeah. There isn't really anything to say here. Like, it's a 2 levels to this thing, but the end game is at the summit.
Mount Silver's full of
big boys.
Many things.
Big boys.
It's got lots of big boys, tough, high-level Mon. It had a Mon that I encountered a couple of times that almost, if I like gun to my head, had to pick an You Make Me Barf Pokemon this week.
Okay.
Larvitar.
I was not able to draw out a Larvitar, but I was like, I think if I see a Larvitar, I might throw it onto the list. I think Larvitar is a sweetie.
I don't disagree, and I'm
not saying it officially because I didn't see it in the wild, but I suspect it is.
I didn't add Larvitar as an You Make Me Barf because I thought about it. I was like, is Larvitar at You Make Me Barf? And when I thought about it for a long time, I was like, no, it's not bad, and it's actually maybe a little cute.
Look at its illustration also.
I think my main
it's feisty
issue with Larvitar is the name.
The name's bad.
It's a bad name.
I mean, the whole line until Tyranitar, which is then very good suddenly, is bad. Pupitar, its second form.
Pupitar also sounds pretty gross.
Pupitar is bad in a number of ways. Pupitar is a make me barf. And then also stupid name.
Also, this thing is rock ground, but it's got this like bug thing going on.
A little bit.
It's like a tricky Pokemon because it's like, it looks like a bug a little bit. It's kind of like green and buggish. It's got like a carapace. And then when it evolves into Pupitar, it turns into a cocoon.
That is interesting, actually, yeah.
But then it comes out the other end, this like fucking dragon.
The fucking Godzilla-esque, like, Tyranitar is sick.
Tyranitar is sick.
When I mentioned my Pokemon battle trio growing up, my friend Michael had a Tyranitar, and I hated it.
Yeah.
That thing is a monster. It's currently a monster in the metagame in Sword and Shield as well. It's always a monster as soon as it came out.
It's clearly supposed to be Godzilla.
Yeah, it's rock dark, which is a cool combo. Its stats are out of control.
It's pseudo-legendary, which I only sort of know what that means, but I know that it means that it has, like, stats that are unachievable by regular Pokemon.
In this gen, the reason that it was like very coveted is because that line learns Crunch, and Crunch is like the one dark move that is actually fucking great in this generation.
I love to crunch. Love to crunch shit.
And very few of them like learn it organically.
Larvitar, bad name, almost got the nod, but didn't because it is cute. It's a cutie.
Thank you. I'm glad that you pulled back from the brink on that one.
Which is to say that for the first time in my career, I don't have any Make Me Barf Pokemon this week.
None of them were disgusting enough for you?
Oh, I mean, there are plenty of disgusting Pokemon.
But a lot of them were covered already, by the way.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Executor is gross, and I don't like it.
Golbat's running around. You've talked about that.
Magmar, Golbat.
Yeah.
They've all been covered. Parasect, I don't love.
And then you got a lot of like neutral parties. You got Donphan, you got Golduck. That's fine.
I fall on my sword. I commit Harikari in front of you, Josh, and in front of the bug catchers. No, you Make Me Barf Pokemon this week.
Respete.
Respete.
I guess that's why you get to have the Tanny Sweetie then. I guess that's fine.
Yes.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. You honor me.
But I think at a future point, and I don't know when I'll cash this in, I get to have a Josh's Make Me Barf Pokemon of the week.
I welcome you to discuss the Pokemon that make you barf anytime you want. You get to Red.
Yeah. I love the build-up. They do nail this even in the early generations occasionally, where you just walk out in this narrow straight. It's the summit, got better lighting.
Yeah.
And then you get the sick, I think the best boss battle music. The like, dun, 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 and then it just like ramps up from there.
Yeah.
And then there he is, and it's Ash Ketchum.
And this fucking dickhead opens up the battle with a level 81 Pikachu.
Comes out swinging.
Keep in mind, my Pokemon are level 60 across the board. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm never going to beat this battle.
Yeah.
And in fact, at that point, I didn't even have a level 60 Espeon. I had a level 58 Espeon, and I was just like, well, I'm fucked. No way in hell am I beating this dude.
It's like, oh, I guess you couldn't answer Bill's grandfather's riddles either, and you can get a Thunderstone.
Actually, Pikachu is Ash's best friend, Josh, and please respect their friendship.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was in poor taste.
His Pokemon were very high leveled.
Yeah.
And I struggled.
So Pikachu is his highest. It's level 81, but he's got Espeon 73, Blastoise 77, Snorlax 75, Charizard 77, Venusaur 77. These are all good Mon.
Good Mon, and 20 to 15 levels higher than my highest level Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I took him on, and I will admit that he did kind of peel a couple of Pokemon off of my team. But through a couple of artful hypnoses and a couple of artful sings, I beat him against all odds.
What does your Blissey sing, by the way? Does he have like a signature song?
It's a she. All Blissies are she's. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that. I don't really see gender.
Okay. She sings Shallows.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the name of the song?
Far from the shallow now.
The Shallow? Yeah, Shallow. She sings Shallow.
That's good. I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh, Blissey is definitely a fucking little monster.
There's an apartment in my neighborhood, a street level apartment in my neighborhood. And this is very Josh and Bobby. These people in my neighborhood have an Etsy woodcut sign in their window, their street facing window, that says little monsters live here.
Oh my God.
And it took me forever to figure out what that means.
Little pocket monsters?
It means that they are Lady Gaga fans.
Yeah.
You and Bobby are prone to cutesy boomer humor.
Yeah.
Etsy signs.
I was actually talking about this with my coworkers recently because, everyone is quarantined and everyone was working from home. And we were talking about how it's so obvious when someone is at like their parents' house.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can look at the background in the video and it's like, I think my boss said it the best way where she just goes, yeah, it's like when you see roosters, like there's art with roosters on it. And I was like, yeah, it's like art with roosters, or like you see a clock and it's like a wine bottle is the second hand or something.
Yeah. Or maybe there's like a little sign in their kitchen that says, "In dog beers, I've only had 3."
Well, So what you're referencing is, oh, now I'm realizing, am I already sliding into like the millennial, like deep irony, like wine mom thing where a couple of years ago at our last apartment, we had a backyard and I bought a sign that just says a wooden sign in like a shitty font, not like Comic Sans or Papyrus, but in that family. And then it just says, in dog beers, I've only had one. And obviously, the implication is you've had 7.
Yeah. And you also, while we were on your bachelor party, we stopped at Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, and you bought a little sign that said, what? Trespassers will be offered a shot.
Trespassers will be, and then it's shot isn't a giant font, but it's trespassers will be offered a shot.
Your and Bobby's walls are covered in the
trash,
the most wild shit. Some of it's literally trash. There's like a FedEx slip signed by like.
So as we've said, I'm from Bainbridge Island. Yeah, this sounds bad. Growing up, my friends and I, that Pokemon trio actually, we loved Night at the Roxbury, starring Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan. Based on the SNL skit, and it's like an 80-minute long movie, which we did watch extremely hungover on the DVD player in the fucking limo from Atlantic City to Brooklyn. So Chris Kattan is from Bainbridge Island.
Okay.
And I had an eBay, it's just spirals from here. I had an eBay business in high school, and I sold all this shit, and I would have to go to the UPS store all the time. And, one time when I was at the UPS store over Christmas break, Chris Kattan was standing in front of me in line. And I was like, hey man, I love Night at the Roxbury. Can I get your autograph? And I just grabbed a UPS form and he signed the back of it. And he writes, Josh - how are letter R you letter U ? And then Chris Kattan.
Yeah.
It's one of my prized possessions.
And it's hanging on your wall, as is inexplicably the platinum album for Sugar Ray's Every Morning. But
yeah,
I don't even know how you guys managed to get that.
That's a story for another episode.
That's a tour of Josh's walls. I beat red, you beat red, we beat the game, roll credits. We've defeated Pokemon Gold and Silver, end of Season 2, end of Gen 2. But we're not done yet, Joshua, are we?
No.
Because we battled.
We finally battled.
Life finds a way. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I know that one.
And we used a service called
Pokemon Showdown.
Pokemon Showdown. And we battled our Pokemon. And Josh, what a tense battle we had.
Yeah, it was close.
Before we get too far into the battle, do we want to talk about the Mon we were bringing into the battle?
Yeah, we'll do this late game level check.
Tell me about your Mon, Joshua.
Well, we're opening it up with Ryan Atwood finally reaching his final form. Caesar.
Yeah, and you're welcome. And you're welcome.
Yes. So Ryan Atwood is no longer a Scyther. He's a Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
He's level 60.
And in a lot of ways, you couldn't even have a Caesar if it wasn't for me. So
that's true.
In a lot of ways, I won. Regardless of the outcome of our battle, which we will discuss, I am the true winner, right?
Yeah. Laying the foundation for the spin.
Yeah. I am the true winner.
You're the team sport.
If you just sort of think about it in a very holistic way, because you wouldn't have had a Scizor if it wasn't for me. So
sure,
let's just get in front of it now.
But you had already cheated to get all of your Pokemon to their final evolved form, so
it's not cheating. I paid $10 to buy a crystal on fucking the eShop so I could do that.
And I did debate, and I did look around at a couple of different new models they have of DSs that I still might buy.
Yeah, I think you should.
The other Pokemon are Julie Cooper, Victory Bell, 60.
Yeah.
The level cap was 60.
Should we just say all of our Pokemon are level 60?
Yeah. All the Pokemon are level 60, so it's Ryan Atwood, Caesar, it's Julie Cooper, Victory Bell, Marissa, Gengar, Sandy Cohen, Noctowl, Seth Cohen, Octillery, Summer, Lapras.
Yeah.
All level 60.
All my Pokemon were also level 60. Constantine, Politoed, Eleanor of Aquitaine, Chansey, Montezuma, Espion, Poundmaker, Arcanine, Sakir Har, Umbreon, and Pericles Kingdra. And we battled, Josh.
We battled yesterday.
Yeah. We battled twice, because that's all we needed to battle.
Right.
It was the best 2 out of 3, and we only needed to play twice. Okay, so...
Yeah. Someone hit the floor after 2.
And we saved the second battle, so you can literally go on Pokemon Showdown and watch this battle if you want.
Yeah.
And we'll share the link on our socials at EXPSharePod on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Link in bio.
I saved the first one, and I'm hoping to upload it as well, because we have a YouTube.
It's news to fucking me.
Oh, yeah. I made it during the Twitch thing because I needed to make a longer clip for, like, Twitter or whatever. So there's a YouTube. So if I can figure that out, then you'll be able to find the first battle on YouTube/EXPSharePod. And we're going to play our recording because we used Pokemon Showdown. We got to just record it. So we're going to give you a truncated version of our actual battle.
Yeah. Hello, test, test, test. This is Tanner Greenring, and I'm recording on my onboard mic. Sorry if it sounds like trash, garbage bullshit, but I needed to record, and my microphone is in my bedroom with my wife, who's playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Wow.
Open. Challenge.
Whoa.
Challenge Fjelstan? Challenge. Okay, and welcome to the battle, Joshua.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot we're recording. Welcome to... Well, we're doing that tomorrow.
Well, we're going to record the episode tomorrow.
This is yesterday.
This is yesterday, and here we are, and we're battling on Pokemon Showdown.
Shout out to a bunch of bug catchers who told us about this.
Oops.
We're idiots, and it still took us about an hour. Oh, no, okay. It took us 45 minutes to figure it out.
It took us a while. So we're in the battle now. And Mr. Squirt is there. Well, that's my username on Pokemon Showdown. And I've got my level 60 Politoed, Constantine, out. And you've got your level 60 Noctowl, Sandy Cohen, out.
Yeah.
And isn't this interesting?
I mean, are we just going?
And now we just battle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I used Hypnosis, and I went first, so who knows what Constantine was planning to use.
Well, hopefully I wake up.
He does look like a little sweetie, though.
Yeah, he's cute.
And I got a Dream Eater in.
I would love it if I woke up. And is that going to be a possibility, do you think?
Yeah, you can wake up. And what do you have? You have leftovers? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I've got leftovers.
I see. Oh, you have Ice Punch. Oh, what? You froze me? Are you kidding me? Oh, but I thawed?
I like that. How'd you thaw out that quickly?
How did I thaw?
I don't know.
What?
How'd you thaw out that quickly?
Oh, God. My Hypnosis missed, Constantine's didn't. We both have leftovers.
Interesting.
So we're both just, like, chilling.
Good choice of words. Chilling.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I just keep ice punching you.
Okay, so I died.
And he's done it, ladies and gentlemen.
I just fell asleep and I never woke back up.
Constantine and Fjelstan have beaten Josh's first Pokemon.
Yeah, but now it's about to turn into a nightmare. Here comes Marissa, the Gengar. Ouch.
That sucked.
One Thunder Punch took out about half, although that was pretty similar for your shit.
Huh, and the Earthquake took about half of yours too, huh?
Oh, right, I forgot that.
Shit.
Oh, and you got 4% of your hit points left?
Oh, wow. And ladies and gentlemen,
This is a nightmare.
Fjelstan has done it again. Constantine, with 4% of his hit points, has taken out Marissa, Josh's Gengar.
Okay, so Summer, the Lapras is coming out.
And you're asleep, and you've been put to sleep? Is that what that says?
Oh my god.
Oh, and you woke up. Fuck, that was quick.
And then I confused Ray, the Constanti, the Politoed, this fucker.
I put you back to sleep.
Now that I know what it's like, I really don't like it.
It's nice to be on the good side of a fucking hypnosis for once in my fucking life. Oh, and he's done it again! Ladies and gentlemen, bug catchers, Constantine, the Politoed, has taken out his third Pokemon. And now we're in trouble because he's put out his victory bell. And that's no fun.
Yeah, Julie Cooper is out.
Okay, you got me to sleep, which sucks.
Sleep Powder is better, and Politoed is asleep now.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so he swapped Politoed to bring out Arcanine.
Papa's in.
I'm gonna gamble. Oh my god, that was a bad idea. Oh, wait, yes! It worked!
Wait, what? Did mine miss?
Your Fire Blast missed. This moves really
That
quickly.
sucks.
Fire Blast missed, I got him asleep, and then I'm gonna Sludge Bomb this fucker.
And what will Tanner do?
Yeah, Espeon, of course.
Oh shit, that still took a fucking whammer out of me.
Yeah, I Sludge Bombed Montezuma.
Oh golly.
Psychic was a one-hit KO, though.
One Psychic took out Julie Cooper in one hit. And here you've put in Seesaw.
Looking sleek.
I've got, from what I can tell, 2 Pokemon who are decent against Seesaw, and both are asleep.
If fucking Poundmaker gets off one hit, it's a total nightmare.
He's asleep.
I can't risk it.
Okay.
So Seth Cohen is coming out.
And Eleanor of Aquitaine is coming out.
Okay.
And I bet you're wondering what Eleanor of Aquitaine is working with.
God, Sing, this is so... I hate all these sleep moves, and it's my fault. And I brought Ryan Atwood back out.
Sword Stance.
Okay, so Ryan Atwood is asleep, and then Tanner just swapped in Politoed, who is also asleep.
We're just both gonna just sleep.
They're both sleeping it off.
Just 2 sleepy boys.
And again, they both have leftovers.
Just 2 sleepy boys just sleeping it off. How'd you get 2 leftovers?
Because the Snorlax you killed also has leftovers. So I captured it, I took its leftovers, and then I boxed it, and then I have the Barf leftovers as well.
I woke up.
And you're using Earthquake.
Which I assumed would do better than it did.
No, man. Steel and Bug, baby. How about some of that Steel Wing? How about that? No, Ice Punch isn't very effective anymore. You'll find.
I don't love how this is going. To be totally honest, I don't love how this is going.
Constanti goes down, yes!
Okay, that wasn't great, and I didn't love it.
You remember him from last time when he took out pretty much all of David's team at one point.
Eleanor of Aquitaine, my Blissey is back in the mix.
I'm Swords Dancing again.
My Sing missed.
So here I come.
Hidden Power takes me out in one hit. Fuck me.
Hidden Power Bug.
What else do I got?
But it's mostly because my attack is upped 3 times now. Okay, this is scary, because now Poundmaker is back out, although it's asleep.
And he only has 28 hit points, or 28%.
Ouch.
Yeah, there's just no way that I was gonna recover from that.
Out. Oh, Pericles. Fuck, I forgot about this fucker.
I just don't think I have anything worthwhile against you, though.
Steel Wing, not very effective, but my attack is so jacked up that it still did about half. Blizzard is not very effective.
Neither is that. Jeez Louise.
That's why Caesar is fucking sick, man.
Ryan Atwood's gonna tear through me.
You let Ryan Atwood get going and he just starts swinging. Pericles goes down.
This is it.
Montezuma. But Bug is super effective on Psychic, so I think this will be lights out for you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1 hit.
Okay. Well, I took 4 Pokemon off of you.
Yeah.
Almost 5.
Octillery is asleep and had like a third of its health, so
Not bad.
pretty good.
We will do it again.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so easy now. Don't we want to change our lineups?
No.
You want to just, well, of course you want to just run it back like this.
My lineup's perfect. We can change lineups if you want, but my lineup's perfect.
Fine. Fine. Round 2, fight.
The shittiest part is Sandy Cohen's fucking
Faster.
speed is just unmatched.
Okay, so he swapped out Pericles. I used Hidden Power because I figured that might happen. Oh my god. Asleep.
He is asleep.
Dream Eater. Give me that tasty dream. Sweet dreams are made of this.
Will you wake up, idiot?
Ouch.
No, he won't. He refuses to wake up.
Oh god. Swapped in Blissey, but my Hidden Power is fighting. So it's super effective on Eleanor Aquitaine.
Fuck, why does Sing miss so much?
Sing is very ineffective. I mean, very inaccurate. Okay, the thunder did a little damage, though. But I think I can get her. Oh, no.
Can you? Can you get her?
I needed one more hidden power to take her out, and then she put me to sleep. I'm not saving you, Sandy Cohen. Oh, he woke up! Oh, he gets a hidden power in.
How come your guys always wake up and mine never do?
They gotta have their Java.
Okay, I'm gonna rely on fate here.
So, one of my new moves, because I didn't reveal Sandy Cohen's moveset, is I have Rest. So he's gonna sleep for a little bit and get all those hit points back.
Okay, so we're both just sitting here to sleep.
Sleep it off. Ah, yes, Sandy Cohen's back up. But so is Constanti.
Sleep should be outlawed.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal when you, can't even use items to cure it. I don't normally have this many sleepy boys. I don't think I'm gonna do that again in our future seasons, because it's kind of shitty. Montezuma came out, so I brought in Ryan Atwood.
Peace.
Yeah, Arcanine, that's a nightmare. So, not allowing that to happen.
Ooh, it still took a considerable amount of...
Yeah, that sucked. Poundmaker popped off a Fire Blast on Seth Cohen, and it still did about a third of damage. What will you do? What do you think's who's gonna save you? Oh, Headbutt. And I flinched! Oh!
That is what I was counting on.
But that surf fucking hurt. What do you think about that?
I didn't like it, to be honest.
Alright, so Montezuma's back out. All that I can really hope for is Quick Claw comes into action. Nope.
Montezuma took out Octillery. Espeon took out Octillery.
Pour one out.
Okay, and this dickhead's back. Ryan Atwood. You always have, one, Master Mon who's, just undefeatable.
I was not expecting it was going to be Caesar, but I guess it was Scyther in our previous matches. And now it's Caesar.
Well, and, last gen, it was Raichu.
Yeah.
I just need you to wake up, Constantine. Wake up!
I got a Swords Dance off, and now I'm just steel winging him.
Your dudes always wake up, and mine never wake up.
It's logistics.
It seems like Mayor Cheat.
What do I have to do with that? If anything,
It feels like Mayor Cheat.
Pokemon Showdown would be cheating.
It feels like a Mayor Cheat situation.
Why do you take it up with Mr. Pokemon Showdown?
Okay.
So, Constanti goes down to a few Steel Wings.
I don't even know who to put in then.
Alright, so Sakirhar is out, and I brought out Sandy Cohen. Gets off a Toxic on Noctowl. Oh. I'm gonna keep popping off these hidden powers.
It's okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. They're both basically down to one hit because Toxic will kill Noctowl no matter what. But I'm gonna try to take Umbreon down with me. And I did.
I wish all my fucking remaining Pokemon weren't fucking asleep. That'd be nice.
Ah, yeah.
Does that get rid of... Does that get rid of Toxic?
Yeah. Rest cures HP and status.
Wow.
Noctowl's back in the game. Oh, Blizzard is going to be a nightmare, though.
You've still got 3 fucking Pokemon out.
Marissa comes out. Gengar comes out.
I got shit all.
Well, Psychic is super effective against Gengar.
I'm aware of that, but
Ouch. Espeon takes out Gengar in one hit.
You've still got that fucking Scizor, so I'm just not even just bring it out and finish me.
Fine. Here he comes. So, Espeon used Double Team, and then Hidden Power missed.
This sucks, because, there's no amount of damage I can do to you that, you won't immediately heal from leftovers.
Ryan Atwood's back, baby. Versus Kingdra.
My Blizzard missed?
Yeah.
How come all my fucking moves miss?
Blizzard's accuracy is 70% maybe?
Your moves always hit. My moves always miss. It's Mayor Cheat. It's conspiracy. It's just like how Mayor Pete worked with that one app company.
Shadow. I told you in a previous episode also, I basically never choose any moves that have a lower accuracy than 75%.
Okay, here's what I'm proud of. You've beaten me in 2 matches in a row. But here's what I'm proud of. I didn't think I was going to come in here and win, because I'm bad at Pokemon. And that's just something we all need to accept.
You're improving every day. Stronger every day.
The first battle, I did kill most of your Pokemon, except for Scizor.
Yeah, I mean, you came into that one like I thought I was going to lose. You took out 3 of them just out of the gate.
These 2 battles, that's the most Pokemon I've ever peeled off your team.
Yeah.
So I think I did a pretty good job.
I think it did a good job.
Yeah.
I was very pleased and impressed with Scizor. Again, I was impressed with Politoed after all that talking about how I'm used to fighting that one.
It's fun.
Politoed's really good. The earthquake thing is
Interesting.
scary. Yeah.
All right, man. That was good battling, and I will see you tomorrow when we record about the episode.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Smell ya tomorrow.
Smell you tomorrow.
It started off great for me.
Yeah.
For me, Bane.
Okay.
I
mean, it was an okay Bane, but you had to say that it was Bane, so it's not that great.
Well, because the quote is for you when he's in the plane and he's like, this is going to hurt. And the guy's like, yeah. And Bane was like, for you. And then he crashes the plane. You remember?
Yeah. Listen, I've seen it. It's just, I'm not a quotes guy.
Anyway.
Unless it's a Churchill quote. I got those.
My wedding speech at your wedding was full of Churchill quotes.
Yeah, it was very good.
Did you know all of them?
It's like, we will marry them on the beaches.
I made some of them up. Yeah.
Direct quote.
Politoed comes out, immediately KOs 3 of your team. And I thought, ooh, Professor Magma, look at us. Look at what we've done.
Yeah.
We've built the ultimate Josh killer. And its name is Death, and its name is Politoed.
It was a nightmare. I opened with Noctowl, Sandy Cohen, because he's sort of a throwaway that I was like, I don't really care what happens here. But it spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
Because that ice punch that I forgot about, which is really funny because I had when we had just told our movesets to each other.
Right. So I took care of 3 of your Pokemon right off the bat. Noctowl.
Yeah.
Victory Bell.
Gengar. You got Gengar for sure.
And then it got a little more heated.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly what happened from there. It was all a blur. Someone won and someone lost.
Yeah. Someone brought out something very troubling for one other team, and then that team ended up having some problems.
Yeah. And someone did continue to be a mere cheat and just put all my Pokemon to sleep just to kind of get that out of the way. And they had this awful Pokemon called Scizor, who I hate.
Are we not recalling that most of the time we were sleeping each other?
In both of these battles...
Most of our Pokemon were asleep most of the time. Mine just woke up sooner.
Oh yeah, your Pokemon always fucking woke up earlier than mine did too.
They love their Java. That runs in the family, baby.
Mayor cheat. There were times in these Pokemon battles where it would be like 6 turns would pass where both of us were just sleeping.
There were a couple in particular that were like Politoed and Scizor, where they both have leftovers and they were both asleep or some shit.
They're both just
and
asleep,
then they're just sitting around like
HP.
regaining health for like 6 turns, and then they just are at full health.
Yeah. You ended up beating me in the first battle with, I think, maybe 1 living Mon.
Yeah, I think it came down to Scizor.
Ryan Atwood, Scizor.
Is it Scizor? You seem very hellbent on Scizor. I feel like it's Scizor, but I don't know.
And I felt good. I was like, okay, fine. He's got a ringer Mon yet again. Just like Churchill Raichu in Gen 1.
Yeah.
He's got a ringer Mon, and can I best him if we battle again? And the answer was no. In the second battle, Josh beat me pretty handily. I did peel off a couple of his Mon again, but you still had 3 living Mon by the end of Battle 2. And Battle 2 came down to sleep luck, mostly.
We opened with the exact same lineup, so it was still Noctowl versus Politoed as the first ones, but I think I threw a Hypnosis, and then I swapped.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one for me. By the end, I think 4 of my Pokemon were asleep, and I was just swapping them out just to be killed, and I lost. And I lost 2 battles out of 3, and I am bested once again by Josh.
Pokemon King.
We are going to go into Gen 3 in the near future, and I promise you that my plan for Pokemon Gen 3 is to no longer be defeated by Josh. And I shan't be revealing my character.
I don't like that plan, but...
Nor shall I be revealing my lineups and what Pokemon I have available to me. But know this, my singular mission, is to defeat Joshua Fjelstan in Pokemon once and for all.
Very few have, my friend. But I admire the effort.
But first, Joshua, we've got some other stuff to do.
Yeah.
We're not jumping into Ruby and Sapphire next week.
No. We want to give Gen 2, this era, a little bit more time. We also want to give people time if they want to play along to collect Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald cartridges because you cannot get them on Virtual Console. So we are going to be playing the 2000 release of Pokemon trading card game.
Yes.
Originally released on the Game Boy Color, and it is on Virtual Console.
Yep.
So you can play along with that if you want.
We're probably going to be doing around 4 episodes of that. I think there are 12-ish gyms in that game.
There are 8,
There's 8
club masters.
Right.
Who are the gym leader equivalent, basically. And then there are 4 grandmasters that are the Elite Four, basically.
So we'll probably be doing about 3 a week if you feel like buying it on Virtual Console and playing along with us. So that'll be 4 episodes, and then we'll get into Ruby and Sapphire. This is the plan for the end of every season. Just like we played Pokemon Snap at the end of Gen 1.
Yeah.
We will find a equivalent game from the time period and try to play it in a few episodes between generations just to give you guys time to catch up to us or go and find games. Josh, do you have any closing thoughts about silver, gold, any unfinished business you want to discuss before we move on?
I have a couple of follow-ups, actually.
Great.
My mom did call me up in the past week, and she was like, hey, I saw this super cute
Your mom?
doll at the store.
Josh Fjelstan's mom?
I did talk to my mom because I love my mom.
Yeah.
But this was Joshua's mom.
Yeah. Okay.
She was like, I got this doll. I saw it at the store. It's in your PC if you want to put it in your room. And I was like, I know what you're saying.
Okay.
After I defeated the Elite Four again, I ended up back in New Bark Town. I saunter into my house and I go to that PC and you know what's there? It's the Snorlax beanbag.
Did you put it in your room?
Oh, I unpacked it. I'll show it to you right now. I'll put it on Instagram.
But what are you going to do now? Are you ever going to open up this game and play it again?
No, but I wanted it.
What's the point of having this?
Wait until you see it, man, and you're going to be like, oh, I wish I'd been giving my mom $100,000 also.
No.
So that I could have this beautiful Snorlax and a Pikachu, by the way, and a Charmander.
I had to fucking evolve 3 happiness Pokemon. No way could I afford to give my mom any cash at all.
You see that? Look at that. Look at my bedroom, man.
It is good. Fuck, it is good.
It takes up 4 squares. It's great.
I like the Charizard too.
I almost wanted to make my sweetie the Snorlax doll.
It is good.
Yeah, and it's worth it. It's just like a dumb bullshit like bonus thing you can get. And also, I withdrew all of my money after that.
It sucks that you have to wait till like essentially the fucking like end of the game to get it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what are you going to do with it now? The game's over.
It just sits there.
I'm not going to New Bark all that often.
I had to do it because I did it as a kid. And I was like, I had to get this fucking Snorlax doll, even if I don't fucking care.
Okay.
And I got it.
Any other closing thoughts?
You said a couple of episodes ago, you're like, oh, you spend all this time like leveling up Dr. Roberts, and then you don't even end up using him, and can't even spend the time to level up Taylor Townsend, the Pidgeotto, to evolve. And I evolved her also, and I got a Pidgeot. I ran her through the Elite Four with an experience share just to evolve her.
Good for you.
So I got Pidgeot.
Good for you.
Taylor Townsend, like in season 4 of the OC, reached her final form, and I was like, I love you. Now you're good.
Good for you, Josh. You did it.
Yeah.
And I did that episodes ago because I care about my Pokemon, and I'm not a fucking ruthless, like, Pokedex collector like you.
What'd you end with, by the way? How many Pokemon?
52.
Okay.
52.
105.
Professor Oak was not impressed. He made that quite clear. Josh, I have to go.
Okay.
I will say this. We are going to battle again with these Pokemon, and we're going to do it live on Twitch.
And we won't have any technical difficulties this time.
We will. I promise you that we will.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/expsharepod.
Yeah. Join us this Friday.
This Friday. Yes, in 3 days.
May 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all other times, you're on your own to figure that out. But we'll be there.
Yeah.
Joshua versus Fjelstan. Best of 7.
But Fjelstan's name is Mr. Squirt on Pokemon Showdown.
And Fjelstud is my insane last name, but stud, because...
You're stud. We are going to be playing these teams, these level 60 Gen 2 final teams, and we're going to be doing a best of 7 tournament.
And it's going to be off the record.
It's going to be off the record. It's just going to be for fun, and we're going to be there. Our faces are going to be there. Come join us and goof around with us as we battle.
Yeah.
Essentially just constantly accuse one another of being mayor cheat, because that's all we did during the first battle.
And now we know mayor cheating doesn't pay.
Mayor cheating doesn't pay.
But we'll find out.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, also, if you're listening to this in the future and you missed that Twitch stream, just go watch the recaps on Pokemon Showdown. We saved them.
Yeah, it'll be on Pokemon Showdown and Twitch, hopefully.
Yeah.
At least one of them.
Okay, cool. Onward.
Rate us on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch at EXPSharePod. This is the season finale, technically. Mm-hmm. So I want to give another shout out to Matt Schiltz, our composer, who graciously made us more stingers that got introduced a couple of episodes ago. Hopefully you noticed those jaunty new transitions, as well as the Trainer Danger theme.
Oh, and Matt Schultz. Hey, Matt. How about you get off your ass and make a Tanny Sweetie theme?
Don't do that unless it's like way worse than mine. And also shout out again to Gareth Johnson for our art.
Yeah. Cool. That's it for Gen 2 and Season 2.
Yeah.
Join us next week for the first 3 levels of Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy Color.
Which I've never played. I think neither of us has.
That's right.
See what it is.
We'll see what it is. We'll see you next week, Bug Catchers. Goodbye.
Smell you later.